Hello, Editor Chris here. Don't mind the shitty quality of my camera right now. I'm just going straight off at night. So just wanted to kind of pop in and give a thank you for sticking around. Also, so sorry that we haven't posted anything in a while. It's been a very crazy month. Where we live, we had a really bad storm and it knocked out power for thousands of people, hundred thousands of people there for a little bit, and it really sucked. And I didn't have internet for like a whole 2 weeks, so I wasn't able to post anything or even edit. So it was a crazy time. We just had a lot going on, and then we had the Books and Brews convention that we went to on top, like one weekend, and then Kara's bachelorette party the next weekend. So I have just been kind of run ragged and haven't been able to do a whole bunch. But because of having to deal with everything right now, I am editing all of our podcasts right now, and this week you will get 2 episodes to kind of make up for kind of what we lost, just as far as posting goes. So I hope you enjoy. Again, thank you for sticking around. Oh my god, my kid's kicking me. Thank you for sticking around, and I hope you guys enjoy. We are going to have a lot more coming out, and we're going to be recording more, and in our next recording session, we will talk more about the Books and Brews book con. So that will be there, just a little late. Nothing I can really do about that. But yeah, so again, thank you for listening and or watching, since we do videos on here as well. And let us know how you like the episodes. Always taking feedback. We now have a Facebook page, The Midnight Babes, and of course we're always on TikTok, Instagram. We haven't been posting much, but you know, life. So we'll get on that. But okay, thanks. Enjoy the episodes. Bye.
What did they do?
What did we do?
Yeah. I'm Kara.
I'm Chris.
And we're the Midnight Babes. And I love big dicks.
And I love big
At
dicks.
Lake of the Ozarks. Just to be clear. I went to Lake of the Ozarks, but I also love big dicks.
I was like, bye.
I know so we read Credence by Penelope Douglas, and we're gonna have a very different podcast today because Christina and I feel like we normally vibe with the same books.
Yeah. This book, I mean, if you're on TikTok, Book Talk, things like that, there's a lot of different.
Credence by Penelope Douglas.
Yep, it's been around, and there are definitely, everyone has different opinions on this book for sure.
Yeah.
I've read worse. I can say this. I've fucking read worse. And if you've watched Game of Thrones, I mean, come on.
Yes, I've read worse, but to have it just in a novel is
This is true. So for what this is, it is a romance book, but it's about this woman or girl at the
Tiernan, because she's
Tiernan.
18.
She's 18. She goes and lives with her step uncle and step cousins.
Because her parents died because they were really selfish or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they couldn't be without each other.
Yeah, it was
one of those times. They're in Hollywood.
Yeah, it was gross. I was like, ew.
I know, we get why she is how
the way she is. Yeah, they were her dad was a film producer.
She was an actress.
Yes. So she grew up in wealth and privilege, but no love or guidance.
And then she goes and gets on a bar.
Yeah. Jake, the step uncle, is her only living relative and calls and is
no, when we say
I'm assuming guardianship of you.
Yep. And relative.
Okay, you're 18.
No, she was 17 at the time.
Okay,
Turned 18
yes.
Next year or whatever. So what everyone's getting so hung up of is that this is a step uncle and step cousins. The thing is, Jake, the step uncle, was actually adopted. And so there is literally no blood relation. And then he had a falling out with his stepbrother.
Yes.
You know? So, like...
Tiernan's dad.
Yeah, like...
There's no
really
blood...
nothing.
There's no blood relation. It's all via, like, adoption marriage. So, like...
I feel like I would have different views if there was some blood relation involved. But because there's not
just the family, though. That's not, like, the only I got. Like...
True. The fact that she's, like, fucking all of them... She fucks all of them. And she fucks the two cousins and the
Noah
uncle.
and Caleb, like, so she goes out there and lives with them in, like, the remote woods, right? And they're, like, into BMX and, like,
is it Canada or is it, like,
Colorado?
Colorado? Yeah, Colorado.
I believe. And, like, you know, top of the mountain type of deal. And they're like, you know, once it snows,
there's
like,
no going down.
You ain't getting down the mountain. Nobody else is coming up. And there is a bit of, like tension as far as, like, her not being able to, like, leave when it does come to that time. Like, what are we gonna do?
And they're constantly having women come
through
to the house,
fucking them, and she's, like, watching.
Because it's like a small town anyway.
And it's weird. And, like, okay, and this is maybe... I think it's, like, a collective things that, like, made me go, ew. The uncle, like, being like, you gotta hold your own weight, and you're a woman, so you gotta cook and clean. Like, the fuck, Jake? Yeah. Like, ew. And she's like, I ain't doing that. Like, I've never, like, she grew up in a hall. Like, no, she doesn't know how to cook or clean. Like, this girl don't want to. She's like, I was gonna come read books.
Like, I was just gonna fucking chill.
Until I was gonna turn 18 and I was gonna boogie my way back home. I have 2 months out here. End up being out here for, like, a year.
Yeah.
A solid amount of time. And I mean... It was weird. Like, when the uncle spanks her.
That was... But she liked it!
But it was, like, for me, I was like, why do you like it? Because he's, like, being a misogynistic asshole to you.
But I think that's because she's never had that.
But that ain't love, girlfriend. That ain't love or guidance.
She doesn't know this. So, like, her thing is, like, her parents completely fucking ignored her.
I don't give a shit.
It was always like the nanny, you know, like,
which is like a good friend of hers. Yeah, like, they keep in touch.
But she's like in herself. She's always done things herself. She has cooked for herself. She's taken care of herself. She's always so quiet. She doesn't talk. People think she's weird. Okay, fine. She goes out there and he's like, "This is how it is on the farm. You're gonna pull your weight. Yes, you're gonna cook and clean because you don't want to work on these fucking bikes. You want to do all this." Well, she does. Yeah, she eventually opens up a little more, gets to helping out, wants to work with the animals, and she takes care of them.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of, like, character development for Tiernan specifically. Like, that was cool. Yeah. So, like, and I liked it. She was like, I don't want to cook and clean, but I'll do this other shit.
Yeah. But, and then, of course, there's that tension because she doesn't really know these people. Mm-mm. She thinks
she's never met them.
No, she thinks they're attractive, but she's never been kissed. She's never done anything like that. So, like, there's that teenage tension, especially where you're like, yeah, this is family.
And then, and you're like, is this okay? Because she's not 18.
Yeah.
Like, there are so many different things where I was like, is this okay? Is this not okay? Did I finish the book? Yes, I did. I
read that book so quick.
But, like, the cousins were weird because they were, like, the two brothers, Noah and Caleb, were, like, extreme opposites.
Yeah.
And was it Noah the gentle one?
Yeah, the one, like, she could really see herself with things like that.
Yeah, and, like, talk to him, and he would, like, try to, like, comfort her, give her space when she needed it.
What's so funny is, like, when I was reading this, like, we were talking about it, you were such a knower girl.
I am.
I'm one for the dark and broody, and, like, Caleb didn't speak.
Caleb doesn't talk. He's pissed off all the time. It's like
Caleb's first, when she first gets there, and their first interaction, and he, he's so used to, like, just women coming over that he just grabbed her and started making out and was like gonna fuck her on the truck, and she was like, "No, stop."
Yeah.
Okay, wait, no, now I'm getting pissed because, like, you're not saying anything, you're not listening to me, but, like, that whole, I was like, whew.
Yeah, see, and I was like, the fuck?
I know.
I was like, you're about to rape your cousin, dude. Yeah. I was like, maybe, like, go ask who brought this girl.
Exactly. And then Noah comes in and was like, dude, that's your cousin. And he was like,
goes upstairs, slams
the door.
Music up.
Yep.
But I mean, it's interesting. Like, they take her under her wing.
Oh,
they guide her to grow in her own ways and in other ways. And like one gets her, the other one gets jealous, the other one gets her, another one it is like a fucking merry-go-round in this bitch.
She first hooks up with Jake,
the uncle
in his truck. It's just dead of winter. Like, it was finally like, let's just fucking do it. You're 18, let's just fucking do it. She's like, okay, cool. Has a maternal or whatever. And then there's that whole scene where Jake's in bed, Noah and Caleb are downstairs, and they're like, she's like, well, what the fuck do you guys do? And like, they're fucking horny, because it's like dead of winter, no one else is coming. They put on porn.
Yeah, and they're all like, let's watch porn and like touch ourselves.
Exactly! I was like, what?
And then Jake comes down.
Oh.
I was like, we in trouble.
Yep.
I ain't here, but we're all in trouble.
And that's when Jake spanks her. So I think that's also why, because she's already horned up.
Dude, I just was like, the collection of things happening, I was like, I don't know. The writing was great.
Yeah.
The writing style was great. She really set the scene.
You have an eyelash.
Oh, there you go. I knew exactly like what the farm, like what you wanted to envision, like what the roads looked like, all snowed out, like
their little cabin that was farther away. The fact that Caleb, whenever he got super pissed, he would be out for months.
Yeah, dude, just gone. And they'd be like, we haven't seen him for months. Like, how is he alive?
Yeah. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, but the growth with Tiernan, I guess, would probably be my favorite part of the book, right? Like, her just individual growth. Mm-hmm. And, like, the way it ended was not really my favorite. Like, I kind of would have liked to see her be like, peace out, Girl Scouts, and just, like, dip.
I was hoping she was going to go for Caleb. I truly did. I know you wanted her to go with, like, Noah would have been, like, a better pick because of how they are, but Noah needed to grow.
Yes, he did.
And he does get out and things like that. And then, like, you find out more about what's going on with Caleb and why he doesn't speak.
And then you're kind of like, okay.
And then he does.
I have a bit of a soft spot for you, but, like, you're still fucking your cousin. So... my brain is just, it was just on a loop.
That's the only thing that was really kind of getting me is like they still, even after fucking, they still refer to each other as cousins.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And maybe that's why my brain kept going back to that. And I don't know if she did that intentionally.
I think she did to make you still feel that way. I don't know. A lot of people did not enjoy it. They thought it was gross. I enjoyed it.
See, I feel like every review I see is people are like loving it. And I'm over here like,
no, everything I've seen, people were hating it.
Interesting. So I've seen a lot of, like, love it. Yeah, it's the pedophilia, for me, is one of the 1-star comments. Like, it's just, like, weird because she's not 18 and she turns 18 while she's there. And it's just, like, the lines are so blurred.
Oh,
They're very blurred, which I think is her intention in the book, is, like, especially when they're in the mountain, the lines get even more blurry. Because nobody else is there to, like, give opinions, right?
No.
Like,
well, no, except when they go into the town, they're like, they're trying to do this, like, because, like, the townspeople,
they know who these men are. And,
and
they know how the town behaves, because there's other man whores around there, too.
All the other bikers. Like, they would go up because, this family fixes the bikes. They do all of this other shit. And so a lot of the bikers will go up there during the summer, get their stuff worked on, whatever. And then some shit goes on with that because they want her because, hello, new meat.
New meat in the town, fresh meat.
Like, shit happens. Young meat. Yeah. It's like shit goes down. But
trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. Penelope Douglas, what the fuck? I'm just kidding. She turns 18. But, like, that's...
But they don't do anything until she turns 18. Yeah, there's that, like, flirtation.
Just, like, tension building.
But also the uncle, like, Jake is still being like, this is not right. Like, yes, you're attractive, but, like...
His internal, like...
Yeah.
Back and forth with it was very much almost how I felt.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, I'm your uncle. Like, I'm supposed to, like, take care of you. Like, this isn't...
But then,
but
Noah's just like, I could see myself, like, I can easily talk to her. Like, he's a soft sweetie, And then there's Caleb who's just like...
Dark, Broody. I want to talk.
Yep.
I'm going to hide for months and go hunt.
But also, you're the only one that's making me smile, and you're bringing myself out. I think that's why I liked him so much, too, though, is because, like, you could really show that difference. And when she found all of his writings in the books.
That's true.
I was like,
that was, like, when the book maybe did take a turn for me for the better, right? When she's like started going through all the books and finding all like the different writings, and then she like went after him in the cabin.
Yeah,
that was probably my favorite part of the book, and and the ending, how they when she moved back, how they kind of brought that together was really good. But I think I really just struggled with like the family and the age and like the like let me like put you in your place. Like there were just so many things that I was like,
what? Huh? They got to the bedroom scene with both Noah and Caleb. I'm good.
You were like, I'm good.
I was like, all right, I'm here for it.
That was hot. It was hot, but you just have to remember, not blood related.
That's all I was telling myself is this is not blood related. Yeah, there's lines that are being crossed. You know, they still family, but like they literally don't fucking know each other.
Yeah, they've never met before this. So
I think Jake met her. They said that Jake met her when she was like a baby,
like a little girl. Yeah, like she wouldn't have remembered.
And then finding out the backstory about like why the family was so split, like it makes sense. But I really enjoyed it. I did. I'm like, it's not blood related, so it's fine.
The writing was great. Like, the storyline was, good. It just was, like, it blurred a few lines. Like, I still would give it, like, a 3.5 out of 5.
I think I gave it a 4.
Like, I would still give it a good score. Like, I think she did a great job writing the book. I feel like Tiernan's growth was amazing. It wasn't my genre of book. This is an 18 and up book, just FYI.
Yeah. See, also, I think where I'm coming from and why I wasn't so upset with it and having those blurred lines, like I thought that it was okay. Like, yeah, it was a little weird, but like that's how it's gonna be because of how our society is and everything. Like, it makes fucking sense. But also, I've read so much fantasy and all of that shit where they didn't fucking care whether it was blood related or not.
Know.
So it's like this could have been worse.
Yes, and like it happens.
Yeah, I think it's because like I'm just so. The shit that I have read, especially some of the older books or whatnot.
Yes,
it's like
they're set in like older times too. Like that is more. It is more likely that it's going to happen.
Yeah,
and it was just like putting it in current day.
Yeah,
because you're right. Like shows like in books like Game of Thrones, there is like the inter-family stuff going with it.
Like, going on. House of Dragons, I've been seeing a lot. I haven't watched it yet. I've heard that it's big. Like you thought, Jamie and Landon, like
that was bad.
It apparently gets worse.
All right, well,
so I was like, all right, bet
it's on my list.
I need to watch it too
now. So like it was good. The writing was good. Mm-hmm. I'd be curious to see what else Penelope Douglas has that maybe isn't like
her series with like Corrupt and shit like that. I heard is good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I started to listen to it one day and like I ended up stopping. But those are all on KU.
Okay.
So it's like Corrupt, Devil's Night or some shit like that. Like it's a
series. Mm-hmm. Okay. That was Credence.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're curious on thoughts in general.
I've fallen in the dryer step, sis. That's all I can think about.
Oh no.
Oh no.
My butt's just hanging out.
It's a genre for a reason. That's also what I was thinking about. It was like, this is the thing. There's so many. My stepdad, my stepsister.
I know, and like
so, I'm like cousin.
Porn, it's a genre.
Yeah.
So it's like
I'm like, at least I wasn't stepbrother. But I probably would have had like a little like issue if they were like fully living together. Shit kind of like happens. I've read a book like that. No, that was Sinner.
Yeah, I was like, that was Sinner because we were like
that. See. Maybe that's why I didn't have that big of a problem because Sinner I feel was worse.
Maybe, yeah, that could be. I don't know. There's so many like humps for me to get over mentally that I was like, but I finished it and I did like the ending. I like the character growth. So, we'll come back with some movies and then maybe some more books, but we'll see.
I just have the stepsis stuff comes running through my head now. It's like literally on a loop. Oh no! Like
oh no!
we
I
fucking do it all
fall
day.
into the dryer.
I don't know why the dryer. Like that's just a thing.
Oops! Come get me! Kicks legs.
Jesus Christ!
Twerks a little bit.
Twerks. Gotta be wearing that lacy thong every time.
Thongs hurt my butt.
Me too. Okay. I got too big of a butt. I feel
just like
you couldn't see anything.
I don't know. I was tired of them going like in my hoo-ha crack.
Dude! Anyone else have that issue?
Like I don't know. Like yeah, they're cute for like
they don't
sexy night, but like comfy wise, I'm like nah.
I can't do it. I had a friend who would only wear thongs.
I'll wear my booty shorts. Like
yeah.
I'm like booty shorts all day.
My booty is too big. It eats it. It eats it.
My butt to the thong.
Yeah. You're like, I'm wearing a thong. Where?
Where? I don't know. My body ate it.
For you? No, for my butt.
For my butt. For my butthole. It went. All right, on that note.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. If you'd like to see more from us, you can find us on Instagram at The Midnight Babes Podcast and on TikTok at The Midnight Babes. Stay spooky, friends.